Hi, everybody. This is Doc from the Doc and Dan Show. I just want to let y'all know, and I hope I don't lose any subscribers we have, or listeners, or watchers, or whatever. But I just want to let y'all know that I fully support the actor strike that's going on, actors and writers and all that. And I'll tell you why. Hollywood has always had a weird way of doing things. Back in the day, African American people were just, primarily used as roles of butlers and servants and all this stuff. And now they're big action stars, they're romantic leads, they're, women and, other minorities are the, same thing. The women back in the day were, subservient to their men and, and all this. And it's like, people get with the times, But now, with streaming and everything like that, from what I've been hearing from, different podcasts and, stuff I listen to and things I've seen in the news and all this, streaming sites aren't paying the writers or the actors like they're supposed to be getting paid. So I can see why they're going on strike about this. This is people's livelihood. What do the streamers care? They're getting money from, all these shows to put them on there, and, and then these, streaming sites that, make their own shows, they can hire and fire whoever they want, getting all this money and everything. So, they're able to feed their families. But they make it harder on the actor, the background actors, especially in the new up-and-coming actors, to, make a living. And it's wrong, folks. It's wrong. And then I've heard a lot of talk about, pardon me, folks, about, AI influencing things. And I've even heard and seen examples of, how they could take an actor's voice and stuff like that and digitally put it into, like cartoons and animated movies. And how a lot of background actors are afraid that they can just digitize their face. And, just put their faces in the background where they won't even have to be paid for it. Well, folks, that's just wrong too. It's actually illegal. In my mind. Because you cannot use their face and not pay them for it. You cannot use their voice and not pay them for it. And, that's what a lot of people are afraid of with this new AI stuff coming out. And I agree. I want to get into acting and stuff too one day. So be looking at Hollywood, because I'm coming. But, there's things you can do, in my opinion. Whenever you do a contract with a studio or, a recording studio for voice and music and all this, having your contract that they cannot digitalize your face for any reason without your approval. They cannot AI your voice and stuff like that without your approval. Have that in your contracts. Talk to your agents about it. Talk to the studios about it. Make it known that if they do this, you're just watching a movie or whatever, and you hear your voice in the background, you're like, wait a minute, I was never a part of that movie. Or you see your face somewhere, and you're like, well, wait a minute, I was never part of that background scene or whatever. Pull out a contract and throw it in their face and say, hey, I need to be paid for what you did. I'm going to sue you because it's in my contract that you cannot do that. Of course, most of these big studios will be like, oh, okay, well, we're sorry, whatever, and pay you, whatever, and then let's keep on doing it, and then just get sued after sued after sued after sued after sued. So it's, not right. Plus, what can an AI digitalized space and stuff really do? I mean, except for be there. I mean, yeah, they can maybe manipulate it a little bit where it's got some emotions or it's crying or whatever, but they're not going to be real emotions, folks. You're not going to see the hurt and the anger or the sadness or the joy or whatever, in the outer space, because it's going to be fake digital, or a fake voice. And it bothers me. It bothers me a lot. And so, and it's not just in the acting or, the entertainment industry. I heard something the other day that, they're going to be doing this with lawyers and stuff like that. Put all this knowledge in the AI so you can have an AI lawyer and all this. And it's like, the AI lawyer is not going to fight for you like a human lawyer would. They're not going to have that emotion and that passion and all this. AI doctors and everything. It's like, and then what happens to the actual lawyers? What happens to the actual doctors? They're out of work because, hey, AI's taking over. I've heard some people say, oh, no, this is going to be a Terminator type thing and all this stuff where robots and all this are going to rule the world, and baloney. Folks, AI will never be better. Never. Ever. Be better than a human being doing the job or doing the acting or doing the lawyer or doctor or whatever. Because AI does not have emotions. AI does not have a brain, does not have a heart, does not have feelings. I mean, that's just the truth about it. And it's like AI in video games. I mean, that's one thing. The game's programmed that go based on your actions and stuff like that in the game and all this. I mean, that's fine. That's one thing. It's video games. It's been around for years, a long time. And then CGI, computer graphic imaging, and movies and stuff like that. I mean, all that stuff is fine. But when they're trying to use AI to put you out of your job and everything, that's when you have to stand up and say, okay, enough's enough. AI's getting way too out of hand. And here's another dangerous AI thing that a lot of people know about. These cars that just drive themselves. You put it in a location and the car just drives itself. It knows about red lights and stuff like that so it can stop and all this. But what happens if a person runs out in front of the car? The car's not going to stop, it's just going to keep on going. It's very dangerous, folks. And then what next? A AI airplane that flies, you from like London to the United States or United States to, wherever. I mean, that's dangerous because the human's not there to take control if something malfunctions or goes wrong. So just be careful, folks. It's like, oh, the new digital age is here and all this. I mean, that's fine, that's great. I mean, I agree with the use of AI sometimes, but now it's going to cost people their jobs where they can't feed their families. And, take away, our rights to drive and, AI planes and all, it's, be careful, folks, but hey, remember, we all wanted easier lives. We all wanted, we all wanted AI and everything, so we're getting it, and besides that old saying, be careful what you wish for. Because if you wish for it too much, or, enough, oh, you'll get it, but it may not be what you expected. It may be better, it may be worse. So remember, folks, we did all this to ourselves. We did it all to ourselves. And folks, don't forget to check out the Justin Downer Entertainment and the World Review podcast on Spotify, on Google Podcast, and on Amazon Podcast. Don't forget to check out the Jimmy James Show, or the Jimmy James A to Z Life and Beyond Show, on several platforms like Google, Amazon. I think he's on Apple Podcasts and all this. He's also got a channel on YouTube. Don't forget to check out Markiplier's new stuff. The same stuff I'm always telling y'all, So, for the Doc and Dan Show, this is Doc wishing y'all good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. I love you all. Thank you for bearing with me on this, as I'm still learning my way around YouTube. Even a few months in. I just found my camera and all my stuff when I moved, so I'm going to be, trying to get it fixed up and stuff like that for maybe a Let's Play or something here, maybe next video or whatever. So, just please bear with us, folks, as we're still figuring out how we're going to do the channel and what we're going to do and what works and everything, so. And if you like what you're hearing, click those likes, those subscribes, leave a comment. But folks, in the comments, don't be rude, don't be racial, don't be derogatory. It's like my mom always told me, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Because we want your comments, we want your feedback. But now it's going to be rude or derogatory, okay? Please? Alright, folks, well, that's about it for the show. Gotta go eat some lunch. Dan says hi to everybody, so when I talked to him last night, love you all. God bless. Peace out.